Hello and welcome. We're going to do some spiritual spring cleaning here, our summer cleaning, our fall cleaning. Thank you for joining me. My name is Cheryl Bradley. I'm a spiritual medium, and I developed these crafted vignettes with spirit. And today we're going to speak about how do I free those heavy layers. Again, it works very much with spirituality, which of course is my whole reason for moving to these vignettes, being asked to move these to the public, to hopefully have them remember, have them awaken to their own spirituality, to their own light, to their own beautiful existence. So how do I free those heavy layers? So those layers are a combination of what you have, and the layers are what you don't have. And acknowledging that there's both is a really freeing experience. And if that is the only thing that speaks to you on this vignette, then the blessing has happened. So let me just explain. And again, I always encourage you to take what you need, leave the rest. And again, your free will tells you that nothing comes your way unless you choose to have it your way. So open your heart and see what speaks to you. So these layers, I'll talk about what the layers are that are yours. So fear, guilt, insecurity, abandonment. I see a typo, resentment. Those are emotions that are so difficult on this earthly plane. They are so difficult to maneuver through because they can be, it can absolutely be paralyzing if you choose to allow them to. Now, just acknowledging that you have these layers hopefully will alleviate some of that heaviness. So just owning it, just saying, okay, I truly am fearful of X, or um, I do have an insecurity about that. That is true. I do fear being abandoned, being alone. I don't like being alone. In those type of layers, they inform very bad decisions because they're made with ego. These are ego emotions, and ego emotions are never what you want to make decisions with. And so, and if they're done, if and this, I want to just talk about guilt, because guilt is one of the most crippling and um, toxic emotions, and we carry these sometimes for a lifetime, sometimes more than a lifetime. We carry them in from past lifetimes. And so how it was brought to me, and it sings to me when I hear this, is we should not own guilt unless we did something purposefully, and purposefully knowing that it would hurt another. That is when we should feel guilt. And that is the only time that we should feel guilt. And if that is the case, because we are all perfectly imperfect, myself included, then we need to make moves to turn that around, to make light of that, right? But if it's something that you did not intend hurt, there was never intention of hurt there, then you really need to move that word and remove that verb. Okay, remove that verb. Give yourself a cleanse of that verb, of that word. Okay, in loved ones that have passed on, I see this so many times in my readings, is people and loved ones are, I hope they're not upset with me. I hope they see things. I hope they're proud of me. Yes, yes, and yes. They do not want to, they are at an optimal level, no matter what they were in this lifetime. Because as soon as we move to the other side, we are truly near perfect. We aren't. We will never be perfect, even on the other side. But we don't have any of these emotions, these crippling emotions. So our loved ones are just looking at us and just wanting to guide us with light and love. They're wanting to help us not to make the same mistakes they made, because now they clearly see the mistakes that they made. Because we judge ourselves. No one judges us but ourselves when we move to the other side. And so when we when we when we can release ourselves from feeling that we are being judged or being looked down upon in a negative way, and I'm going to use that word negative. Once we can relieve ourselves and say, they only want me to be happy, They only want me to be successful in this lifetime. And open your heart and really trust that. So these are the layers that you can do, that you can free yourself on. These you need to free yourself as well, but these you might not realize that you collect these as well. So you are a collection of negative energy. So as we move through this lifetime and we move through this lifetime and walk, we're collecting everybody else's negative energy as well. And truly, the more open you are, the more negativity you're able to collect. And so you need to remember to cleanse that, to help yourself, to ask the universe, that does not belong to me, please take. I'm feeling so heavy and I don't know why. These are the reasons, because we do collect. So I encourage you to and based on our levels of open spirituality or just what feels right and beautiful for us, you have to just really set your intent and say, okay, I'm going to take a walk and I am just going to release all this negativity. I don't know what I have, but it's not mine and I don't want it. And the universe will absolutely happily collect that for you. But your intent has to be that it goes, right? And there's I have workshops to teach you how to do that in a more specific way. So we'll get to that in later vignettes. And again, this is a really, really important thing to kind of just keep in your beautiful thoughts is what I can't control, I need to release because I have my free will. I can make my choices. I can't make anyone else's choices. I cannot do that. So by holding myself responsible for something I cannot control is heavy. So you need to make sure that you stay in your lane and let them stay in their lane. And by allowing them on their path, you are allowing them to make their choices. You're not responsible for their choices as much as you love and adore them as close as they are in your family dynamics. Those are their decisions. So you need to really make sure that what you can't control, you must release and trust that the universe will help you to do that. Always, always, always give the universe all your pain. Cycle it up and up and up and up, and they will gloriously and happily take that from you. But your intent has to be there. You just can't say, take it, just take it. I don't want any more. You have to feel it deeply. In prayer, meditation, walks in nature are beautiful. Taking a glass of water, right, and just grounding yourself, feeling the lightness of your spirit. So again, thank you. I appreciate your time. I hope something was picked up, however little. Maybe you want to revisit this vignette at another time, because every time you watch a vignette, trust that your team and your universe and your higher self are like nudging you for maybe one specific thing, maybe more than one specific thing. So trust that the light is always trying to find more light. So thank you. Please subscribe below. Follow me on social media. If you have comments or something that you'd like to see in the future on my vignettes, feel free to email me. Have a blessed day. Thank you.